Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm here to give you guys a pregnancy update that I mentioned in our last video that I would want to post often, but we just have not been able to record the way that we want to. We've honestly just been kind of lazy about it, which is no excuse, but I'm trying to get us back on the roll with the videos because this is still something we want to do. And I did want to wait until it was like a good week for me to make a video where some things are going on with me and with the baby. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as of today, I am officially 15 weeks pregnant. So I am in the second trimester, thank Jesus, because the first trimester was probably the toughest thing ever. I was always sick. I couldn't eat really anything. The baby really made me have an aversion to meat in general, except for steak. Steak was like the only thing that I could eat. So like for majority of my first trimester, I just suffered through being sick all the time. I threw up a lot, probably not as much as some other women have, but I did have a lot of nausea, and it would be in the morning, and then in the afternoon I would feel okay, but then at nighttime I would get sick again, which was annoying. But we got through it, and now I'm better. I'm rarely ever sick now, which is a plus. The only time I ever get sick is if I'm hungry. Like as soon as I get hungry, I have to eat right away, or I do start to feel nauseous, but I mean that's pretty minimal or whatever. But now I'm just really tired. Like no matter what, I feel like I can't get enough sleep. I can probably sleep, if I could, I would probably sleep for like 16 hours and probably still wake up for maybe 2 or 3 hours and then have to take a nap. Like I'm very tired. And as of today, well, the past couple of days, probably the past week, I've been feeling a lot of pressure in my pelvic area. At this point in my pregnancy, I am starting to have, my uterus is starting to move up into my stomach cavity, so it's just a lot of changes going on within my body. My ribs are sore. Well, they kind of hurt. It feels like I've been doing a bunch of ab workouts. Well, so I guess my abs and my ribs hurt, and then my back hurts. It's just very sore. Like I've been working out like crazy or something, and I can barely even walk from here to the car without being out of breath. So like I haven't even been that active recently, but I want to change that as well, because I do have a lot more energy when I am awake. Even though I do get really sleepy after a while. So just to go ahead and hop into what's going on this week, I use three different pregnancy apps. One is called What to Expect, and I do just have my phone right here. One is called What to Expect, the other is called Pregnancy Plus, and then the third one is The Bump. So I'm going to start out with What to Expect. So it looks like this, and it always has like a daily thing to tell you, like in the daytime and then at nighttime. So right now we're on the nighttime because it is about 7 o'clock right now. It says, for you tonight, if you're at high risk for preeclampsia, ask your doctor about low dose aspirin. Studies show it could help. Okay, so that's something like I don't even know if I'm at a risk for yet, because with my doctor's appointments, they've been really spread out. So like we haven't even really gotten into all of the details. They just check on the baby and then that's it. So at my next appointment, we'll get more in depth about is the baby where it needs to be as far as its growth. How are its organs growing? You know, is everything growing and the size that it needs to be at this point in pregnancy? And I'm also going to ask them about how much weight I need to gain, because I have lost 10 pounds since I've been pregnant. And you know, you always think, oh, you got to eat for 2 and you have to, you know, gain weight for the baby to be healthy. So the thing about eating for 2 is that people take it overboard. That's why women gain so much weight while they're pregnant, like unnecessary weight, because they think they have to eat a lot. You only need 300 extra calories a day, aside from what your body would normally need to have a healthy baby. So you don't have to add like a whole, like have breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you and the baby. Like you just need to add 300 extra calories per day. So that could be from, I don't know, a salad, a very dense salad, and that's one thing that you can eat extra per day. to help your baby. So anyway, some people take it overboard, and I'll have more information about that as far as my pregnancy once I find out. So the thing about what to expect that I like is it'll give me a really in-depth, well, sometimes it's in-depth description of like what's going on with the baby. So right now it says week 15 is from January 10th to January 16th. Let's see what it says. Baby is looking more like a baby. Curious why your body is finally looking pregnant? It's because it's 15 weeks pregnant. Your baby is quickly growing bigger each week. He's as long as 4 inches right now. And by the way, this app does go back and forth with calling the baby a he or a she. I don't know the gender yet. We will be finding out this Friday. Is 2 days away, and I cannot wait to find out. And I don't know when we're going to share it, depending on how we share it with our families, but we'll let you know soon. I can't wait. But it says the baby is about the size of a navel orange right now. Let's see. By now the ears are positioned properly on the sides of the head. They used to be in the neck, and the eyes are moving from the side of the head to the front of the face, where they'll soon meet your loving gaze. So what keeps your baby busy all day? Mostly your fetus is in rehearsals, practicing, and getting ready for that big debut. Babies work on breathing, sucking, and swallowing so that when they leave your comfy womb and move into your comfy house, they'll have the skills necessary to survive. Your fetus is also holding daily aerobics classes, kicking, curling toes, and moving those little arms and legs. But because he doesn't weigh much yet, you won't feel the fetal movements going on inside your abdominal gym. So that's not true for me, because I have felt some flutters in my stomach, which that's like one of the first things you feel when the baby's still kind of small, instead of like, you know, the big kicks like where you see the stomach moving and stuff like that. I can't wait for that part. But I did feel the smallest little kick. It was like it was as if the baby said boop, and I felt it, and it was so weird, but it was so cool at the same time. And then it also tells you something about your body too, but I'm not going to read all of that because I don't want this video to be too long. So next we're going to move to Pregnancy Plus. I love this app. This is probably my favorite one, and it's the first one that I had downloaded. Every time I open it, it'll say, hello Kay, you are 15 weeks pregnant, or however long I am. And it says I've been pregnant for 105 days. I'm in the second trimester. And then it'll give you 2 daily articles. This one for today says daily info, eating a healthy breakfast, and it'll give you info on that and suggestions. And then it talks about, the second one talks about mood swings and how to handle them. So this app tells me that my baby is the size of a pear this week, and it will also give you images of how your baby might look on the 2D scan and 3D scan, and how it might actually look in the uterus. So this is the 2D scan that it has for this week, how other people's babies have looked that have submitted a picture on the app. And this is the actual image of how the baby should look this week. And then the 3D scan. It's pretty cool. So that's why I like this app also. But then it also gives you a weekly description of, you know, what's going on with the baby. So let me get that, pull it up for you. Okay. Your little one is now able to rub its eyes, yawn, and even blink. If you eat or drink something that your baby doesn't like, you may notice a tug on the umbilical cord. Not really, but your baby now has the ability to grasp the cord. Your baby's hairline is forming, and hair is starting to grow on your baby's head. Even the eyelashes and eyebrows are growing. If you're hoping to find out the sex of your baby, unfortunately it is still too early, but it won't take long. Even though your baby is hiccuping regularly, there is no sound produced, as your baby's windpipe is full of fluid at this stage. Your baby can also hear sounds now. So it says that it's too early to find out the gender, but I am going to this 4D ultrasound place that I've gone to before, that they say they can detect it at 15 weeks. So we'll see if they can. Hopefully they can. Otherwise, I would have to wait until my next appointment, which is February 8th. I'll be about almost 19 weeks then, and my doctor can tell me at that appointment. And then it tells you about your body, what's going on with you, health and tips, and then partners info. It gives like suggestions and advice for your partner and how, you know, they might be feeling at this stage in the pregnancy. So the last one is the bump. Let's see, waiting for it to load. This says that baby piece is the size of a navel orange, and then every day it'll tell you what the size of your baby, like each day, and not necessarily for the whole week too. So this one says, on this day, your baby is the same size as a magic 8-ball. I thought that was pretty cool. Yesterday, this app said that the baby was the size of a donut. So what's that? That's about this big for an 8-ball maybe. Kind of exciting that the baby's getting so big. And then it has multiple articles. I don't know, just some random things on here that you might want to know about every day. So this one, let's see what it says for week 15. It says the baby is 4 inches and 2.5 ounces. And some of the apps, they kind of say the same things, just in a different way. But it says you probably can't feel it yet, but baby's squirming a ton. Baby might even be hiccuping in there. Baby's making lots of progress. The joints and limbs can all move now. The average fetus at 15 weeks weighs 2.5 ounces and measures 4 inches. And baby's proportions are becoming even more normal since his or her legs now outmeasure the arms. While baby's moving a ton on the inside, you might be moving a ton between the sheets. Now that you're at 15 weeks, you're probably feeling very high energy, and that means high libido. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Then it kind of tells you, oh, it's okay, no sex won't hurt the baby, blah, 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 because some people are concerned about that, especially guys. Yeah, and then it tells you about your body too. So those are the apps that I use, and that's what it's saying that's going on with the baby. I can definitely tell that the baby is getting way bigger, and I can tell my uterus is also getting way bigger and it's moving up. And I can tell even from how I have to sleep at night, like I am starting to have to sleep on my sides versus on my back. I am starting to be a lot more uncomfortable, a lot of pressure. I did have some cramping, and I thought they were Braxton Hicks contractions, which I can get at this stage in pregnancy. But I don't know. I'm just starting to feel a lot of different things, and it's kind of freaking me out because it's something I'm not used to. But I know it's normal, and there are going to be things that I feel that aren't necessarily an emergency. But I'm just so excited to have my baby, and just so excited that I'm able to do this. I don't think I shared it before, but I just was starting to be discouraged that I was going to have some type of reproduction issue, because my doctor was telling me I had PCOS at one point, which kind of makes it hard to have children. And then it had been over a year that we had been not necessarily trying to have a baby, but we weren't doing anything to not get pregnant. So it had been over a year, close to 2 years, and I had not gotten pregnant, so I was a little worried. So just to be able to bring life into this world, even though this world is terrible right now, just to be able to create a life and then just watch it grow is just like one of the most amazing things ever. And like, I'm just so happy to be able to do this, with Sean, because I love him, and I can't wait for the future. We're looking into moving. We still want the baby to have its own room, so we're trying to find like a good apartment to move to for right now until we can get a house, and just kind of making some moves. I'm trying to start up 2 businesses. At least getting involved into some business, and I might end up trying to go back to school. I don't know. There's just a couple of things I'm working on right now and seeing what works best for me. So and then Sean also wants to go back to school too, and by the way, right now he's at work, so that's why he's not on the video. But yeah, there's just a lot of things to look forward to, and a lot of things to look forward to on our channel in general. It's just that we need to put in the work for it. So I'm sorry we haven't been uploading, but I'm glad you guys are still here. I hope you guys are still as excited as we are about baby peace, and I just want you guys to stick with us through this journey. Give us a like, leave us a comment down below about anything. If you have any suggestions, if you are a mom and there's anything I need to know that maybe I don't know, or just some type of tip or something, just leave it down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great night.